is that turret set up, though, for the early alert system? For now, Mind Freak still hovering here nearby, getting swung on. Device striking from behind. Or no, from the front, rather, is able to find one, but he and Mind Freak both going to be flushed out as Martin and Viva get a kill apiece. Spike now is going to be ushered across towards A, just cutting that through Snowman across now the spawn. And quick pivot, quick read here from PRX to look at the match.
Yeah, they're essentially going to turn into the attackers, aren't they?
YOU, though, here in Tube, this might be unexpected, and it is. Finds the headshot, only one shot going to be suffered there, so down to 70 HP, but that leaves now 2v4 for PRX to try to keep up with the pistol win rate that they had set coming into this event. But it's all looking good. Paranoia will connect here from Jing, looking to try to get the kill. Martin does get taken down, but Jing now needing to go absolutely nuclear in the rest of the round. 1v4 overall, as the turret does get tapped. As Jiggle Peek out, managing to find one more. Viva going to be taken down. Jing suspicious that he might get collapsed upon here from above. Sets up for a smoke, looks to try to get the spike held up to half, but in the end, Raga will arrive.
Really good idea for them. A bit unorthodox for a pistol round, but when you're able to come out with adaptations like that on the fly, certainly does give good confidence to a lot of teams when it comes to the tier 1 aspect.
Here Martin trying to find that kill. Paranoia will buy some time from Jing, allowing for players to disconnect a little bit, but they're still quite a forward position. Forsaken able to find one. Martin does get taken down, but Viva tagged up. Sheriffs will kill him off in one.
There is 30 seconds as well.
Sliding over, Devi finding the headshot. Didn't even need that one to come up with the elimination. Viva going to be taken down. Mind Freak, a casualty here, but again, Sheriff's in hand as Coconut will go ahead and we'll just go ahead and back away.
Play it now as well.
Now on the corner. They deny it. Raga, though, able to come away with two. That last shot, absolutely gorgeous.
See no over eagerness from PRX themselves to try and fall back here.
Yeah, willing to play this out as patiently as possible. Spike now being committed to no further way to really delay this one, and Mind Freak's just going to be taking decent information for XLG.
Yeah, same early game for them as well, right? Playing a little bit more of a default, seeing if there's any overplay from PRX, who will recognize the situation that they can play towards the time. They can hold a bunch of their utility as well, start to figure out what XLG does look like, where they may look to go. Spotting out Viva as well at the moment, but you only look YOU. That's rough.
That it is. Decent little shot in reply, though. Being able to find that. Once the weapon's here around the corner, swings and has the headshot. And oh my god, the third one is an absolute belter as Forsaken's gotten 4. Insane value from Jason Susanto. What in the hell is that?
That's a round. That's what it is for Paper.
Push over for the moment. Only something here. Forsaken nearby behind screens, but trying to keep his eyes tied towards mid, but YOU. Long-range headshot coming through. Something going to be taken down. As now Armageddon gets rolled out from Coconut. Forsaken going to be able to chase in off the back of this. Holding back here for the moment as the salvos will force him off the angle for a little bit of time, but he is online after that 4K. Wall falling, Devi going to be good for one. Hunter's Fury now out though, and Forsaken able to find Coconut and Jing. Kills off Viva and YOU, and he will even find the final headshot there on to Martin. So no command in, flash up over the top. Raga here at 410, looking for a target. A bit of noise is made. That flash does not pop nearly as deeply as they thought it was going to. Viva taken down as Devi, finding 2. Forsaken looking for a little bit more, cuts back. 6 bullets remaining in the mag, and on the reswing will be able to find YOU. Martin now needing to try to fight his way out, and it's only going to be good for swing out. Goes for a timing shot as the flash does hit. Mind Freak jiggling on the corner. Raga with knives though, obviously very risky to try to gamble against this guy, but Jing, he likes his odds. He's going to reswing in, looking for a little bit more. Able to find a second kill, but YOU takes him down with the Sheriff. Headshot found, pushed through the wall, however. Mind Freak right here on top of him, finds it. There's Devi now looking for the closeout, will be able to get it.
XLG back towards the tube. No turrets inside as well, so this gives you a little bit of an idea that there's a change of plate for PRX. Devi's actually even still holding on to the turret.
I was going to say, he hasn't even placed it. He's fully anticipating. This was a great read from the side of PRX. Does trade back a little bit of damage there versus Raga.
Yeah,
He loses all of his armor, though.
with the info that Mind Freak finds as well, falling on back, calling for the team to completely rotate. You've still got that position of Raga up the kitchens, and that's where the turret will reveal.
Does now get cleared out. Raga's still going to be good for the fight. Finds Devi. Something. He's looking to carve him to pieces. He'd gotten the collapse.
Against something here with the operator posted on a different line, though. Salvo's still going towards pipes and the orb.
Jing, though, so far forward, and it's just completely unread
Another
from
double.
the side of XLG. It's another 2K here for him. Now Forsaken moving forward as well. Gets the spike drop down onto the floor. Peels back. Sends out the drone. That's Martin up over the top. See what he can get done. Something going for a bit of a flick there. Can't quite make it connect. Some damage dealt to the members of PRX, but still 5 players strong for the moment.
Yeah, have to see if these Guardians are going to be able to find anything. There's a good one from YOU. The XLG will be locked in towards this
That
site.
would have been a hell of a shot.
It is the 2 low players here.
For another one, and okay, well,
Don't matter.
doesn't get. You have to try to bring this train to a stop.
Well, you don't call the timeout.
Jing. Oop. Walking down, and okay, Martin needs to go ahead and find that. Just a little chunk of damage, but overall still relatively healthy.
Could see lockdowns invested here as well.
Something trying to go for the push, but the shot not going to connect, and Mindfreak ends up falling. Good kill from Raga. Hearing the wraparound Forsaken, turns his sights and finds Martin there in kitchen with the Hunter's Fury. Bit of a shotgun blast ultimate there, but still, this round getting away from PRX, and because of the ultimate use, this lockdown is for free. Something still chases forward, though, is going to be detained here around back site and needs some protection from Forsaken, who is not going to be able to keep him alive. And it just feels like this should be a nigh impossible position to try to clear your way out from. To be able to isolate these 3 duels would be so damn down off the back of the flash here. Something repositioning, rewrapping here, back yellow, looking for the shot, but cannot quite make it happen. Shorty going to be drawn out, though, and Raga chasing forward, ends up getting taken down. Jing at the same time able to find Coconut. TP's up over the top. There's the reveal. Ping onto 2, and Jing is there to absolutely destroy them. YOU now arriving, cuts his way across through orange, but already it's just fallen to pieces.
They're not aware of this, though.
About to find out. How patiently can he play it? Does Mind Freak ever look left? I don't think he will. There's the strike. Jing, though, similarly ends up getting taken down. Now suddenly YOU.
Drone as well, just going out from Forsaken. Devi, though, closest to the site.
Silently up and over the top. YOU's position now scouted. Devi, there's the ping reveal. There's the head. PRX. Trying to get that Armageddon out nice and early. Something, though. Pushing the poison orb close left angle, tries to go for a flick, but yet just isn't quite ready for it, so it's an easy collect for YOU. XLG looking good to be able to find the round 5, swing on the corner though, Forsaken around the back of yellow, taking down Raga. Trade out here on the Jets, but the time is ticking away, getting further and further out of PRX's hands. It's Forsaken on the push forward, eventually he's able to find Viva, takes him down, but now the Nano's going to be popped, more time delay is going to be coming through here for the side of XLG, as now the Armageddon gets laid in over the top. The Tain is there on to Martin, but the spike will erupt from behind. Oh, now cuts across over towards Snowman, but no real way to interrupt this. So Spike is going to be in play very quickly, and are you looking for a transfer there? Mind Freak watching here along the back, knows that there's going to be at least a flank, but pulls off of the angle for now. Gets tucked into the cubby, but that potentially leaves the rest of the players here at risk as Martin is able to find something seemingly through the wall. Swing out now, Raga striking, gets the headshot, tap onto Forsaken as well. And straight across, that should have been Raga spotted as well, so goes ahead and repositions with this Outlaw. Looking to do some damage, and that's going to be Forsaken dead off the rip.
Devi down 5 HP as well through the tag.
He's there around the corner. It's also at 10 HP. They're just getting absolutely torn asunder. 2 casualties, some damage. Bonus here. And looks like that is going to be the call. So it's going to be full sheriff purchases here for the side of PRX. Only 2 players with armor, and even then, it's half. So, yeah, the Outlaw going to continue to absolutely rip.
Not much you can do on the back of that.
Yep, Salvo is now going to be sent as Devi, taking it down. I believe this is an orb grab here from Forsaken. As, yep, this time the Sheriff's not goes through the defender's spawn, so not going to be taken down. Full flash there onto something. manage to stay alive, and YOU eats an immense amount of damage. That big reveal comes out. Something into line one. Viva gonna take it down. Forsaken with 2. And just like that, flood attempt.
OU at this B site. Already Raga rotating over, and this is where the operator is going to be. But can it sing?
It absolutely can. At least the first 2. Pretty good, actually. Get drawn on the corner. Quick spot out. Tag not found. It's going to be some nanos here. YOU is able to maintain this position. Martin at the same time displacing the flank. Blind Freak unable to get into position. Really trying to play that one out. The flash connecting is absolutely gorgeous here from Viva. Another one there is Devi trying to get something done here, but right now XLG in a strong position to make this be a flawless round, and Devi getting taken down. That is a round done. Does one from XLG is in position basically.
There's the tap.
This is still going to be a little bit of a risk here. Devi swinging around the corner. Behind one is YOU gets taken down. Raga good for one with the blades before falling. As Coconut and Martin now being the try. Fight their way back into this round. A 1v2 here for the Viper. On the approach, only a bite to work with, but now Martin, yep, noted. Double swing, something.
Site now, courtesy of the pit going down at the A. Retake ability could be strong for them. Good smoke and a flash to start to scale up towards the pallet.
Stopping his way through here. Coconut able to find one though, ignores the jet, now peeks back in, and something cannot get it done. Devi going to be noted here from below, and Martin able to find him. Something is just getting battered right now. Flashed up, dips back into them. Eats 2 pulses. Swing on the corner though, and that headshot is absolutely instantaneous. Coconut. No idea what in the hell had taken him down. Another flash connecting here onto something, and this time will not be as fortunate on the back end. Ends up falling as Viva collects 2 kills. Forsaken playing backside, able to find one. Jing at screens, comes up with another 2 eliminations for himself. And suddenly, Martin, last one standing, PRX. 1 kill away from pulling off the Thrifty. Martin for the clutch, but is not going to get the opportunity to go for the transfer. What I saw there, but I mean,
it feels like every flash has got kills.
I think it's just because, like, yeah, not every time has there been an elimination, but he is hitting them. A shot right there as well, so they go 1 for 1. Raga going to take it down though, and now Martin once again just noting this lurk. TP into the defender spawn for Jing is suspected, but something. It's a little bit of a distraction finding Martin, but YOU similarly still has his eyes trained over and is able to flush out the Omen in the end.
This is where you get a little bit of suspicion as well for what's happening over towards the B site. Early Killjoy utility popped. Not going to be spotting out YOU with the drone, you would assume, unless it goes all the way back to the snowman, which it actually will.
Yeah. It lets them know. Lockdown is available and something can't hold the flank. Forsaken now. All alone versus 3, finds the first. Low on ammo though. So look to reposition. Doesn't want to go for the reload, doesn't want to make any noise.
It's not planted from here.
Not at all. But from one, spots out Viva, but Viva gets the jump. At least one. As thrown over the top, revealing Raga in the forward spot. Has to reposition. Fragment at the ready. Send Viva looking to try to continue to slow this. Just disrespecting the smoke. Forsaken storms through, and Raga ends up getting taken down. Up and over the top goes something, and have they done it again is the question. Viva still able to find one. Forsaken will get dropped. Player spotted around the back, but now Viva bleeding out on the floor. YOU is dead, and that leaves Martin needing to try to clutch versus 3. Weapons recovered. A wide swing attempt with the Stinger at range.
Drone again, going out from XLG, running out what it can. A little bit more of a forward position from Coconut. Oh, but it doesn't matter if Raga's hitting a shot like that.
Bit of damage there on the Jing, but ultimately not too much. Pit now in play.
And with the lockdown being used over at the A side, it's free reign for Devi to potentially use his.
Yeah, you can't try to flush him out. Forsaken on the repeat, able to finish the job that something had started. Raga going to be taken down. So now both teams at jetless, a 4v4 retake. And Coconut just hits one right through the smoke. Unlucky there from Jing, to say the least. Lockdown buys further time. PRX still in with the advantage.
Hunter's Fury as well if needed for Forsaken.
Timing play. Snake Bite goes out. Devi eliminated, but the bite finds YOU. Is it a case of tearing them asunder? Hunter's Fury now invested. And Forsaken able to just go ahead and bring this round to an end. Still, though, it's damn messy They do get Coconut dead.
All over towards the B site. Last time this one was here, there was a pit towards A, so they're going to have to get a little bit more forward for the information game over there. Meanwhile, PRX very, very quickly over towards B.
And Raga collecting 2. Something comes behind 1, but Viva with the stinger. But a Mindfreak holding even gets a ton of damage onto something. 12 HP.
12 HP. Finding the gaps around the maps with the Blade Storm.
Just has to hope that, that he can hit a nasty flick, but Coconut does deny that completely. As Devi 1v3, otherwise OT. Pushes, finds the first, is able to isolate, tries to reset, doesn't manage to make it happen. 6 HP remaining here on the Killjoy. 7 bullets in the mag. The pit dropped. Martin in the corner. 28 seconds, Devi could go for the pivot.
He still should know he's here. The only exit point, essentially.
He's going to probably die.
Yep.
Alrighty, well, a decent little run of it here for the side of Devi. Oh, no.
That's a mistake.
Well, I don't think that was a part of the timeout call.
No.
All right, well, scaling into mid. In theory, a lot more dangerous and precarious. And it's now being watched by 2 players.
Yeah, that plays a little bit different on your game plan in this sort of round if you're going for a bit of a slower play. First engagements, though, something finally going to win one. It's been a little bit. Wall.
PRX trying to keep their numbers disguised here for the moment. Double face out, double death. Mindfreak and Jing both going to be taken down and just landing right in front of Martin. I mean, he is making up for the botch earlier. Doesn't matter. Shifting back over onto the Rays, but you certainly not feel too great about dropping your own map pick.
Yeah. Ambitious angle from Raga. Nevertheless, good for it.
A shot. Looks for a little bit more. Jing does manage to answer one back. Displaces him from pipes. Viva similarly. Going to fall away as Coconut. He's trying to play delay tactics here as much as he possibly can. Pop flash out. No one receiving that as it's going to be a snake bite there into the corner. Just trying to force the positions as much as humanly possible. And you can see Forsaken does take quite a bit of damage. As Devi similarly going to take it down, delayed on that bite. Eventually does fall.
3 versus 3. Lots of damage to the PRX lads.
Forsaken and Jing. 70 health between the 2 of them here. Mindfreak, the only one fully healthy, and still is going to be fragging. Comes away with 2 kills here. It seems like this has been read somewhat. With the recon, I mean, it goes in deep. He's ahead of it. Mindfreak still sights set on the angle. Just the spot out on the 1, and something is just going in for the hunt here, but he's going to get punished. He does find a good amount of damage. Why are you going to pull down to 30 HP? And at the same time, recon still a little ways away from being back online, it would seem.
Just going to double up.
Double up. Attempted the high-low here. There's a swing on the corner. Spike now confirmed. A reposition from Forsaken. Jing is able to get the transfer, and he even
has to be very aware of what's going to happen in his territory. He's just going to give it up.
Yep, util going to be popped. Sights turn back towards 2. There's the walkout, and there is the flank noted and handled. Forsaken able to trade 1, but Martin at the same time finding Jing. It's Forsaken now. They try to push forward through the kitchen. 2-player crunch attempt here is out into the window. They go. They hit the floor, and somehow Coconut is able to go ahead and realign that. Does eat a decent amount of damage. Going to be down to 27. Here's the spike planted by something and Devi. 2v3 to try to bring this map to its conclusion. Otherwise, XLG going to be resetting us once more and taking us deeper into OT. Double face around the corner. They pick their targets. They're able to find them both. Coconut and Raga both going to be dead as Martin now called up to play on the roster here at the tournament. Sends out the snake bite, eats some damage, and they're just double facing. 15-13. On the defense here are PRX. Raga just gonna go ahead, lets himself get revealed.
Oh, expecting this B creep.
Yep, they like to do this round over round. It's gonna be a trade 1-for-1 as Forsaken gets taken down. Something with a headshot, able to find Martin there through the box. Damage suffered though as Jing tagged to 37. Gonna have to be clean with the Sheriff if he wants to come away with some eliminations from here. So they're in a decent position. Paint Shell will go ahead and hold down the door. Something up into the smoke and ends up meeting here against Raga. Gets the better of him.
Yeah, it might be the time for a bit of a disconnect for XLG, but similarly PRX, they are going to go challenge this one.
Flashing way out, Araga trying to get that transfer. Jing does manage to find one. Sat here at drop. No other util to work with. After the defuse, gets the salvos out. Mind Freak able to find one. YOU finished off. Viva, second turn, finds Jing. Mind Freak now. Last one standing, asked to clutch it out, and he will make it happen. Welcome back.
Early warning call on the Prowler as well. Seeing the gate crash, Forsaken. Eyes on that one.
Forsaken, clean headshot, looking for a little bit more, and he's got him lined up. Quick 3K here for the fade. 2 casualties, but Martin now all alone with just a frenzy in hand. Push out of the smoke and divide with the Singer. Shifting over in case there's this B site pivot.
You got the deep shear on the side as well.
Paranoia. They're trying to clear that close side. Divide, however, up into the smoke is in behind 2 before getting taken down. Trades are going to be looking good as Forsaken taps the door, rushes in, finds Martin, but now Coconut gets himself into a 1v1. Mind Freak on the opposite side, looking to once again be the hero to get PRX over the line here. A bonus conversion would be a massive cause for concern already, though. This much damage dealt is still very good for PRX. There's the spot out, and there is the kill. Mind Freak on the lurk. Mind Freak to push forward for this catch as the Prowler chases in from behind, but he's completely surrounded. Swings around, gets the bad news. Something right there up in his face. A site is open for the moment, so PRX will have to play retake, but versus 4 with Sheriffs, things could still very much get out of hand here. It's going to be a nightfall, yeah. Big commitment onto this one. They'll reveal onto 3 players. And Jing breaks his way forward in towards Tree. Viva going to be taken down. A nice shot from Coconut. Does manage to find something. Full flash into Mind Freak's face, but Jing still finding even more value until YOU says otherwise. Clean up. 2 kills going to be found here as they break down the duelists, but cannot 4 sorties behind these Vandals and Phantoms. Oh, swing on the corner. Mind Freak struck down. The kill here found from Martin and Showstopper. Right there on top of the Viper. Able to find that elimination. Jing putting the ult to good use, finding some revenge here for his element. Just trading out one of these smokes. Deep flash. Jing clearly not getting word from something that was going to be coming through or what the exact timing was, because he gets fully blinded up. Forsaken, previously tagged, now eliminated. Raga able to find things here at A site. Spike, however, still in hand and shifting towards B.
Yeah, the shear is still at the front of this site, but Jing's movement, well, he manages to find one.
Movement is clean is what it is.
Yeah.
As clean as the headshot. Paranoia in, the sheer wall still here, but Jing unable to hold the door for longer. YOU does pick him apart. Ball now popped, push down here from Divide, looking for a bit of a timing. Does manage to find one. Spike dropped for a brief little moment. And something now, all alone, looking to try to clutch this.
Yeah, where do they expect him to be coming from at the moment? No utility. Probably not going to be using the drift you'd expect.
Like a bit of an oversend on that run past him. So I don't think the judge has been scouted at all. I don't think he's been able to give his teammates the word on this one. So he just goes bounding forward. Is able to find one before getting traded back out as Martin collects the kill. Raga at the same time dead, exiting. Mind Freak holding Rumble. Knows exactly where the enemy Omen is, but can't quite get away. I think he thought it was out of range of that Paranoia. Ends up getting blinded at the end of it all there. Nothing more for Coconut to hit for the side of XLG. A little bit of damage could be found. As Armageddon now called in, something fully blinded up. Divide trying to push forward here, but Raga up on top of the box. We'll find the elimination. Going onto the corner though, the flash, good. Something collecting one, but even just dancing around the shots. Does end up managing to find him there with the Sheriff. The transfers just are not coming through. Paint Shell's now rebound hit coming in. As YOU is taken down and Forsaken.
Mind Freak going to be doing his best Jing impression from earlier on, where he somehow got out of dodge. Oh. Should have been spotted. No.
Done. And yeah, the drone doesn't check him. Mind Freak's still going to be good for one there. He should have absolutely been dead to rights. Turn of the flash, and Jing just a little bit too fast on it. Brings back in. Eats the full thing. Nightfall now going to be used. K out onto these players could make them some very easy targets, and it shall. 2 kills. Now a cleanup here from Forsaken, with Martin still on the lurk and something holding the door. PRX are absolutely sprinting away with the map. Okay. Offset on the crosshair. Martin does manage to find one. Forsaken previously tagged up, but as Jing now planted here, bottom of rock, showstopper sent, and no, he's actually gonna end up sending it way too deep. Drop down, Martin still ends up getting taken down as Jing comes away with multiple kills. So even though the showstopper is an absolute biff, it doesn't matter because he finds 3, and now you have the wrap from Forsaken, who has a judge behind this.
To come back and recover this half at all possible.
Made for back rubble once again. Slow approach as Boombot goes forward, does explode, and Jing ends up being the casualty. Not too much damage suffered there from Coconut. As Forsaken just going for some timings here, looking for the blind spray, but Blind Freak now going to be noted. Stealth drone able to find him, and Forsaken cannot hit the transfer, so it's going to be Raga dead. Oh my God, Viva's just strafing in and just instantly one-tap something.
Ridiculous, and now Devi.
He's about to get timinged.
Yep.
Dies.
And
XLG. Fun. Raga looking for the kill. He's worried about a swing though, so he actually doesn't go for the angle. By starting to scale forward, but Coconut has reinforced the position. He's a bit of damage, but he's able to find that elimination at the end. Now the pit's going to be in play. The Nightfall going to be crashing across. That connects onto damn near everyone here. Shorty in hand. Trying to breach this position is going to prove to be quite difficult. This Forsaken will fall. Audio still going to be lost. That Boombot splashes onto 3 players. Jing playing off the back of it does manage to find YOU. Still though, very difficult spot to try to retake. Viva at risk here from the side. Something collecting the kill. The time starting to dwindle. Coconut and Martin trying to close this one out, but the spike has not been taken up to half. The pit is going to be enough to overwhelm them. As Martin with a shorty will go ahead and cut down something. So one player surviving. Jing just into a corner. He's going to have to TP out, but is knocked down to 46 health. Double face, tucked back in behind the mound here for Jing. Refaces out. More damage to be found, but kills eluding as Raga does manage to find the headshot.
Time to be bought, but nevertheless, Forsaken's just going to get peppered through the smoke.
Going to be a point-blank hit. Devi has to bound away back through Waterfall. Jing trying to work forward. Or Mind Freak rather trying to work forward. I'm used to seeing him on open now. He does manage to get towards the back of sight, but cannot stay alive, and now he is all alone. It would be a 1v5.
Inside is XLG.
Forsaken pinned into the corner, looking to try to rotate out, but the trap's not really leading to much of anything. Coming over the corner though, Jing does get taken down. Coconut surviving. 15 health is Viva catching us straight through the smoke. Now he's got 2.
XLG, go for a mound push. Red by Devi.
Walking behind. Something. There to back him up, finds the kill onto YOU. And just given the previous damage suffered, Martin says, well, I can't really try to wrap through this position any longer. Meanwhile, quiet little send across towards this C site as door gets opened. Something finds the shot, finds another one here. Headshot even onto Coconut was not necessary, and he will find Raga to boot.
In the very beginning.
Could have been.
Yeah. Here we go though, into the C site, see if we can save this.
Well, Jing goes in, he doesn't look back, but it doesn't matter because something checks the corner. Coconut has managed to find the headshot. Jing going to be taken down. Swing in though, and something still trying. Gets himself a second a limb here in the round, and Raga still making his way over. Sheriff in hand. Will arrive pretty much right as the spike gets planted. Passed over now to something who will get the ult online going into the bonus.
And that's going to do it. Raga down as well. So the second...
Gonna just have to backpedal.
You get a little bit stuck as Coconut.
Oh. Feet forward, salvos. Trying to force the position to swing it, and something just somehow wins the fight. Jing trying to make it happen here over at a rope, but Raga does manage to... Meantime, Viva gonna try to push the door. Devi, I think he does get... No. Does barely manage to bounce his way back forward into the site. Finding Martin at the same time. Turns the sights up above, and that's going to be Raga taken down. There's a match.
This is the worst case scenario that they see themselves in. They are at the right spot though, to try and get some cheeky damage.
Yeah, the stack is well aligned. Raga able to find two before getting apart. Devi does find it. There doesn't find himself dead as Sheriff shots start hitting. XLG looking very good to go ahead and convert this Thrifty as Mind Freak now down to 6 HP. Can't quite line him up, so.
See what they're going to be able to do. Bit of a prog smoke out towards C. Just waiting. Get the operator back on the line as well.
Can't find him. Does get Raga.
The B site.
still in hand. Jing trying to go bouncing forward here onto the B side, ends up getting cut down as Viva finding a nice shot. Coconut similarly. It's up to match point.
I'm a little bit surprised they didn't just set up for the Nightfall and go in together as a team.
Yeah. Well, with 8 seconds remaining, looks like it's just going to be a save. Something will do a bit more damage here to XLG, but
As well, the Nightfall combination with that one certainly can open up a site in its entirety.
might just be an aggro play to try to get this work here for Jing. Swing out, and he wins the fight as Roger gets taken down. Martin similarly cleared by Mind Freak. Something looking for the peak and finds YOU, trying to go on a bit of an exploration mission. Falls to the wayside. Something getting slowed up there. Good shots from Viva. Keeps him locked in position. Is able to put the operator down on the floor, but this round is still very much out of hand. That being said, Coconut fights back. Mind Freak dead. And Jing is playing here up over the top of the box. He's here for PRX. 6 rounds needed for XLG if they want to give us another overtime, but right now it just feels like it's a bit too off kilter. That's a good start though. Mind Freak stumped up, picked apart. Coconut able to find that one. Jing lingering here within the smoke, but Raga just a little bit faster, and Forsaken dead as he pushes through the one-way.
Very long save calls or explorations from PRX if they can get any chip damage onto the economy of XLG, which Martin jumping down the wrong spot. It'll be a freebie.
I'm not even sure if the gate crash would be fast enough to try to escape. Either way, just trying to draw the attention here. Playing off the clone, but yep, there you go. Kill's going to be found.
Understandable. This is real cheeky. Supposed to be. Oh.
Dead. Blind is there, but Viva covering fire keeps YOU alive. Does end up falling. Sheriff shots. Oh no. Stopper drawn out. That's going to be a double stack. Jing, explosive way to try to bring this map to its conclusion. 3K technically on for the ace, and he is going to find the 4th. Raga dead. Martin noted, still alive. And Jing in pole position will be able to find it. Closes it out in style.